The rescuers cornered the last circus in Peru and made it clear they weren't leaving without Mufasa. For over 2 decades, Mufasa, a majestic mountain lion, knew nothing but the rattling chains and confined spaces of a circus pickup truck. His home was a cage amidst rusty circus paraphernalia. It was a far cry from the sprawling wilderness where his kind roam free. His physical form bore the scars of captivity, being notably shorter and thinner than his wild counterparts, and his eyes mirrored the loneliness and despair that characterized his existence. Despite the ban on using wild animals in circuses in Peru, Mufasa's captors managed to evade the law, chaining him to their truck and moving from village to village to perpetuate their illicit shows. For 20 long years, this was Mufasa's tragic reality. That is, until a pivotal moment arrived when local wildlife officials, accompanied by Animal Defenders International, ADI, raided the circus with a resolve to liberate him. The mission to free Mufasa was sparked by an informant who tipped off ADI about a circus illegally holding a wild animal captive for their performances. The informant provided the current location of the traveling circus. It was situated in a remote village in northern Peru. Without hesitation, ADI and law enforcement agencies converged on the location, determined to rescue the beleaguered mountain lion. The ensuing standoff between the circus personnel and the officials was tense and challenging, but the rescuers were unyielding, making it abundantly clear that they would not depart without Mufasa. Their perseverance paid off, and along with a surrendered condor, Mufasa was finally freed, marking what was believed to be the liberation of the last wild animal in a South American circus. The moment of Mufasa's unshackling was beautiful and touching. As the chains fell away, a palpable sense of bewilderment and newfound freedom enveloped him. He hesitantly stood, stretched his limbs, and ambled around the cage that would transport him to a lush Peruvian forest, where a well-deserved retirement awaited him. Despite the arduous journey ahead, through varying weather and across challenging terrains, the promise of freedom made it all worthwhile. Upon arrival at his new home, Mufasa's initial unfamiliarity with his surroundings was evident, yet it was a positive change. "It is magical to see him moving about in and out of the trees in his own piece of protected forest," remarked Jan Creamer, president of Animal Defenders International, in a conversation with Inside Edition. Creamer also took the opportunity to appeal to the public for donations to assist with Mufasa's ongoing needs. Mufasa was finally home. Creamer further added, "Mufasa was torn from the wild and has endured the worst possible life and will need special care. So I hope people will help us give him a wonderful retirement by making a donation today." Mufasa's story, while heartwarming, does not have a fairy tale ending. Medical examinations revealed that Mufasa suffered from kidney failure and other age-related conditions, a direct consequence of his harsh living conditions during his time with the circus. While it is undeniably sorrowful that he could not enjoy his newfound freedom for a longer period, ADI expressed a consoling perspective, sharing that even a brief experience of liberty was far better than none at all. A few months after his rescue and relocation to the forest, he passed away. Mufasa's short-lived experience in the forest, away from chains and cages, was a sweet reprieve, a glimpse into what his life could have been. May his story inspire a continued fight against animal cruelty and illicit captivity, ensuring that no creature has to endure what Mufasa went through.